Hi guys, just going to talk you through some trades from the back end of last week. This is for Big Dog Frost. I just thought I'd knock out a quick video, no fancy editing, and just show you kind of where I took trades, how I took them. So coming into Wednesday, we had quite a clear 15-minute bias, as you can see. We had a nice kind of multiple breaker structure here. So 1, 2, for me, that's a momentum change. We've taken out an external liquidity level here. We've got a 15-minute change in momentum. For me, I'm going to be looking at longs from there all day long. Took our first profit target here. Why did we take that trade? Well, you know, we had our Asian range that was clearly swept, Frankfurt that was clearly swept, and when our 8 o'clock move happened, which was here, we had a nice kind of sweep of liquidity, that external liquidity level there. That left behind a nice ISC, which is that ISC candle there. 1, 2, 3, and really simple. We just wait for our MSU setup. Wait for our MSU setup, which we have there. So ISC, MSU, enter on the engulfing. Took first profits off. I hate trading views sometimes. First profit off at 2.7, and then last profit was at that liquidity level, which was there, which we tagged nicely before rejecting. Lovely 8R trade. Fantastic way to start the midweek session. The 8R trade doesn't really get much cleaner than that, if I'm honest. Let's get rid of that, and then I can talk you through the next trades. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Okay, so for me, I was thinking, look, we've got... What's going on? Sorry guys, my chart's playing up. Okay, so that liquidity level's gone. Okay, for me, what I was looking at is this. So we'd had a very clear bullish move here. This was Monday. We had this. I was expecting this to be our kind of manipulation for the week, and then ultimately a distribution to continue this kind of this bearish price action all the way down here. Now, as we can see, if we look at the higher time frame kind of trend or momentum, we're kind of slowing, aren't we? We're kind of slowing. We're making some bullish signals. We technically had a second break structure here, but we did break structure again. So we're just kind of stuck in this wider range at the moment. So the trades I took weren't wrong. They could have been better though in hindsight. When I look at it this way, I want to look at kind of price congestion like this. What could have happened, what I should have done, is look at the fact that, do you know what? We've taken out daily liquidity here to the left. We didn't really have any kind of impulsive price action to give me an indication that we're going to be putting back. And, you know, this all looks very bearish to me, as you can see. Really bearish price action. Impulsive moves bearish. We've got this big bearish move here. We've got 15-minute bearish momentum on the side as well. So for me, I was looking at thinking I'm just going to trade in line with momentum, which is as per my trading plan. So that sell failed. Now, the reason why I took the second sell was we were in this 15-minute range. We swept it. We had quite a clean setup, as you can see. So sweep. We had a New York trap there. Again, everything was looking good for the sell, and we did get a little bit of pushback here before. We ended up kind of pushing up. Would I change my trade? Probably not. For me, the momentum was very bearish. Even this move up is really corrective, and I traded in line with my plan. And whilst it was unfortunate that I lost, and I saw other people around that took buys from here, the only thing that I could have argued would have been wrong is that we had just swept that daily level, and maybe that's something for me to be sitting on my hands. We got this 10:30 pullback here. It could have been a buy potentially. I don't know. It's a really difficult one because it's easy to say that in hindsight. So those were two losing trades. I did follow my plan ultimately. I was trading in line with 15-minute momentum. And also, we look at the market as a whole. It's generally been very bearish, isn't it? We've had these pullbacks and we've had some kind of internal changes of structure. But with the greatest respects, one break of structure, and then we immediately broke bearish again. So again, it's not something that I'm looking at thinking, do you know what, this was a mistake, I should have taken longs. Ultimately, my trade was sound, and it was taken for the right reasons. This was a really unfortunate one. What was price after? Well, price was clearly after some of this liquidity in here. Let's see what we've got on the daily. Nothing on the daily. Let's see what we've got on the 4 hour. Nothing on the 4 hour. On the 2 hour. Yeah, I mean, look, I was really unlucky on this trade ultimately. We just pushed up to clear out some. There's got to be some sort of liquidity in here. Yeah, I mean, you've got liquidity level there. No, it's just, look, it was just taking more orders. There was obviously a bulk of orders sat in this little area from this wick to that wick that it wanted a piece of, and that's all that price did. The trade, again, itself was sound. We had bearish momentum. We were in line, actually, with the hourly momentum, which is that big bullish move down here. In the 15-minute chart, we hadn't had a second break of structure. We've just had this big push up. So for me, I'm still looking at thinking, do you know what? Actually, this is still right now a bearish bias, which ultimately I was right upon. I waited for my 8 o'clock move, which was there. 8 o'clock move. Lovely little ISC, as you can see there. And we had our sell, which then ultimately failed. We failed and we started correctively pulling back. I personally thought that we were going to be taking some bull trades here. We're going to be going bullish here because impulse correction. We've got an impulsive move bullish and then a corrective move back. And then ultimately that didn't happen. Moving down, we got a 130 move. That's our big NFP announcement. For me, I'm not interested in fighting this. Okay, we didn't take out any significant liquidity. If that had swept up like that, if it had swept up like this and done that, I'll be after that all day long, okay? But I didn't get an opportunity until this pullback, as you can see here. We ended up getting, I think I took about 70% of my profit off. So we ended up covering the losses from this trade earlier this morning. And then we're holding a little bit through the weekend just to see if we can go and take out that daily level, and let's see where we end up on. But for me, when I'm looking at EURUSD now, we still look very much bearish. If we look at the real higher time frames, we're coming into these kind of key liquidity areas down here. Got loads of liquidity sat below here. So let's see what price does. Again, I'm going to be still trading bearish. If you look at the charts over the last week or so, the bear trades, have been really good. We had a nice bull one there, but clear liquidity sweep push down, clear liquidity sweep push down, clear liquidity sweep push down, clear. It's been a very, very bearish marketplace on EURUSD. So I'm not in the mindset where I'm going to start chasing that. This isn't a second break of structure because we broke low. So that is just a first break of structure to confirm bullish. We need that move, which then has to take out that high to the left before we are bullish, and then we can trade up like that. That's where would be our bullish momentum. We may very well get that. Let's see what price gives us over the next few days.